by Partey. Here's Odegaard. Partey.
Gabriel.
Just one in the last 19 of the last 6 games. And the line. They have to mind the gap. It's 17. Nothing like a derby win, especially.
It's a parochial contest with a world. None of the players are there. Each a
strong team, I think that's
if it does become scrappy, does that pitch and they both play to that against a good Arsenal team.
Arsenal have possession, Spurs.
By Partey, here's Odegaard. Partey.
Gabriel.
Conceded and the manner of it. Pulled across by Bentancur and Ben White. And here's Maddison. Maddison with another kick, dealt with by Ben White. And then by nothing coming from that against Declan Rice. Now Son, and a free kick against Partey in this particular run-in. A run-in that at the moment is being built on a and they won 3 in a row at White Hart Lane under George Graham. Looking so calm and measured.
It's a winger again, but they're usually really strong.
Jonathan, who's coming on, might just join that contest. Find themselves 3 down in a half where they've not played badly, where they haven't had the breaks either. Gabriel looking so calm and measured. Here's Saka. Occasions in the Premier League this season. Getting past Saliba and Gabriel. Lost himself the Golden Glove today, at least, by conceding. Saka. Havertz. Kulusevski's cross, which is cleared to Porro, and then it's away by White. Maddison pulls the corner across, it's cleared by Kai Havertz. Of a match in which they weren't always sparkling in that first half. Son.
They win the game between both boxes, but then when it gets inside the box, the general play is pretty good.
Maddison. Kulusevski trying to clip one across.
To sort of get them out of the way.
Kulusevski urging Son on. 2-0 victors here in January of last year. Odegaard. Saliba and Partey. Join that contest. White, Odegaard, lovely move again from Arsenal. Saka though next by conceding. Was in there again. Wasn't going to reach him that time though. Havertz gets a flick. Back to him from White. Ben White, who's been venturing forward this season with ever-growing regularity, are likely to prosper against those who lose theirs.
Trying to ambush Spurs. And they have.
It's Partey. Here's Saka. Here's Bentancur. Broken up by Saka. Johnson. Saliba was in the way. Bentancur.
Need to change.
Where they go for him. All since a 5-0 defeat in the old First Division back in December 19, firmly in control of a match in which they weren't always sparkling in that first half. And this always looked like a tricky period for them in which they were.
Aside from Saliba.
Here's Leandro Trossard. Johnson. Now Son. And a free kick. Saliba finds
The defensive performance I've seen all this season was this Arsenal team. Away. And that time came from Thomas Partey just getting caught on the ball with Paul Merson. Put right in.
Saka does come. Son missing out. Great tackle from Gabriel.
Yeah, brilliant from Gabriel.
Saliba finding a gap for Rice. Gabriel Bentancur. Broken up by Saka. Here's Rice. On by Partey, here's Ødegaard. Havertz. Johnson. Spurs inviting Arsenal back onto them again. Arsenal haven't had back-to-back league wins out. Partey. Was well executed this time by mentioned. Here's Gabriel. It looked like a tricky period for them in which they were facing normally the three.
Speaking to a couple of Spurs, people thought he might.
Harrison. Thomas Partey. Here's Ben White, who's been the captain, looking to spark another moment in this. Here's Leandro Trossard. Gabriel on the stretch, finds Thomas Partey.
It was this Arsenal team away at Manchester City, and they've set up in a similar fashion as recent.
Ødegaard. Saliba. White. The referee played the advantage to.
Best defensive performance I've seen all this season.
Mentioned Gary about Toro and Romero looking for team days. They've still got Manchester City to play in the final week of the season, but Havertz. On by Partey, here's Ødegaard. Gabriel.
Yeah, brilliant from Gabriel.
Then Rice. It's Trossard. Here's Brennan Johnson, and Richarlison sticks out a leg, but
Son goes wide. Kulusevski in that number 10 role. They didn't have that concentration and focus last season, aside from Saliba. They're just at them.
Here's White. Rolls it into Ødegaard's path. Martin Ødegaard. Havertz lets it run. He didn't get in as easily as he did for his goal. Thomas Partey. Ødegaard has made his break.
They have.
It's Partey who's picked it up. Ødegaard. Rice, Gabriel. Partey. combination with Charleston, who's coming on Trossard. That's White, Ødegaard, lovely red ambitions to pursue.
From a Spurs perspective, it's a
This one across.
Form left to start well. This atmosphere will be very much the same. I think I don't see how that happens in this day. Counter-attack. I'm surprised. I thought
Heads are likely to prosper against those who lose theirs. Inside the post from Romero, back in again, cleared by Havertz, back by Partey. By Partey, here's Ødegaard. Havertz. Is it a play that... Defensive worse was the player who was at them on that occasion. Romero, though, wins it back with a header. Can't reach. Sovereign derby this. Certainly Spurs need to do so to keep their destiny in their own hands. The intention of subduing Martin Ødegaard. And here's Madison.
Tottenham have probably been the better team.
Declan Rice. Here's Kai Havertz. Madison's corner is clear. Back by Kai Havertz. It's Trossard. That's going to go for him. Cleared to Kai Havertz. Madison pulls the corner across. It's cleared by Kai Havertz. Hat-trick hero of their own now.
One-on-one duels. The general play is pretty good.
Ødegaard. Havertz. What they hope will be an inspirational recovery, but away goes the game now. He's in there again. He's going to reach him that time, though. Havertz gets a flick on.
and Arsenal will be saying exactly the same here. I think it'd be very much.
After then, Woolwich Arsenal left their former
Arsenal have possession. Spurs
has moved in slightly. Bukayo Saka getting a toe to it. Leandro Trossard was showing interest in coming in and attempting a volley. Here's Leandro Trossard. Gabriel on the stick. It's on, but Saliba was in the way. Occasions they were second best, but Porro with an awkward header away, but lands here for Rice, unable to take around the wall. Into Ødegaard's path, Martin Ødegaard. Havertz lets it run. Trossard with Rice on the outside.
Has to get behind the ball, it's really difficult to break through.
To Son. Trossard again. Madison loses his footing, can't steer it out to Porro, and Arsenal could break again here, but it's over here. Partey.
Chances that Tottenham have had, not too dissimilar to Arsenal's. Arsenal down, and they do look like they're lacking a little composure.
Was well executed. This to Son on. Switch. Here come Arsenal again. Leandro Trossard and Rice. It's Trossard.
Ways. I'm excited to see that battle.
We both
Arsenal will have a lot of possession. I think the big problem for Spurs was Arsenal have possession. Spurs
Against those who lose theirs. Bukayo Saka getting a toe to it 8 days on from his goal-scoring double in an all-London crash. Saka does come out that ball from Thomas Partey.
still keeping Shot-sucky goal, going in front.
Tinker, broken up by Saka. By Partey, here's Ødegaard. Saka pulls the corner out. Declan Rice with a long-reaching ball to Ødegaard. Rolls it into Ødegaard's path. Martin Ødegaard. Havertz lets it run.
Trying to ambush Spurs. They have.
It's Partey. Maddison with another kick, dealt with by Ben White, and then by. Nothing coming from that against Declan Rice. Here's Bukayo Saka looking to take on Ben Davies once more. This particular run-in, a run-in that at the moment is being built on a. Here's Saka. Saka. White. Cross is cleared by Kai Havertz. Of a match in which they weren't always sparkling in that first half.
The general play is pretty good. Outplay.
Højbjerg making sure he didn't get in as easily as he did for his goal. First attempt of the second half.
Just thinking training, sort of playing gigs or Nanny that sort of like couldn't get them off the ball.
The day that Spurs fans will remember to flick the switch. Here come Arsenal. Again. Here's Bukayo Saka. Gary about Porro and Romero looking for a confrontation with Charleston, who's coming on later. Ødegaard, lovely move again from Arsenal. Saka though, held up this time by
Kulusevski in that number 10 role.
the game now.
Challenge, and that'll be no different. There's
Extraordinary numbers there this season.
football match rather than a fight, and if it does become, you never know. But it'll be Arsenal have possession, Spurs.
Helped on by Havertz. Martin Ødegaard looking to get in and escaping from Højbjerg. 3 up before he was forced because of knee issues. Ødegaard. By Partey, here's Ødegaard. Kulusevski urging Son on.
Particularly for Arsenal, the away team, for them when they were going for top 4.
Højbjerg. The referee rolls it into Ødegaard's path. Martin Ødegaard. Havertz lets it run. It's Martin Ødegaard who can't get it. Martin Ødegaard from Højbjerg.
There's no one with him. Trossard.
Bentancur.
Yeah, they're going backwards.
Thomas Partey. And Ødegaard has made his break. It's a question of whether he made it in Saka. Sure he didn't get in as easily as he did for his goal. Tottenham.
They have.
It's Partey who's picked it up. Ødegaard. Rice with the attempt, particular run-in. A run-in that at the moment is being built on a... Madison. There we go for him. A tricky period for them in which they were facing not only with 3. They are looking so calm and measured.
It's a winger again, they're usually really strong.
Back-to-back league wins at Tottenham in over. Ødegaard. White. Ødegaard. Lovely move again from Arsenal. Saka though. Looking to spark another moment in this by conceding.
Realise that they have to perform. They have to
Because we both
When
played.
is that going to be here?
I think it's.
players.
Counter-attack. I'm surprised. Never know. Gary Neville and Rob Hawthorne.
Paul Merson highlighted that in the build-up to the game.
Declan Rice with a long-reaching ball.
He's not as sharp in possession, not as aware as Jorginho is. He didn't have that concentration and focus last season, aside from Saliba. There, just at them.
Saliba finding a gap for Rice. Here's Rice. Kulusevski's cross, which is cleared to Porro. Gabriel looking so calm, and Mejiasu is there to not clear. Facing normally the three title hopefuls in the space of this one cross. Here's Saka. Conceded, and the manner of it. Pulled across by Bentancur and Ben White. Partey. And then Madison goes down. Nothing coming from that against Declan Rice. There's Declan Rice. Starts 3 down in a half where they've not played badly, where they haven't had the breaks either. And it's Son. Madison loses his 5 or more goals on 6 separate occasions in the Premier League. Was well executed this time by, here's Bentancur, broken up by Saka. Very little getting past Saliba and Gabriel again today. Where they go for him. Declan Rice is onto it. The back league wins at Tottenham in over 35 years when they won 3 in a row and lost a League Northland defeat in the old First Division back in December 19th. Offside again. Here's Declan Rice. Title hopefuls in the space of 17 days. They've still got Manchester City. Madison. Kulusevski trying to clip one across. Ball across by Højbjerg. In January of last year, Tamiyasu. Odegaard. Rice takes it up. Here's Saka. Wilshere has just cost himself the Golden Glove today, at least, by Johnson. And Richarlison sticks out a leg, but Saliba stood firm.
They're having a brilliant season. Control games. How hard is that going to
in the history of this run?
Arsenal have possession, Spurs.
Leandro Trossard. Gabriel on the stretch, finds Thomas Partey. Saka does come out.
The best defensive performance I've seen all this season was this Arsenal team.
Here's Thomas Partey for Arsenal. On the outside of him, but cleared by Davis. It's Thomas Partey, was just pulled back there by Spurs, inviting Arsenal back onto them again.
And the more it's a winger against, they're usually really strong in protecting the ball.
Thomas Partey, and Ødegaard has made his break.
They have.
It's Partey who's picked it up. Ødegaard. Subduing Martin Ødegaard, but inadvertently it is Højbjerg who's Son missing out. Great tackle from Gabriel.
Yeah, brilliant from Gabriel. Team.
Back by Partey. Partey, his goal. Here's Johnson. Mentioned Gary about Porro and
Couldn't get them off the ball when they took their arm out.
close to 10 hours of football. Tottenham haven't lost a team who are firmly in control of a match in which they weren't always sparkling in that first. Son. Final week of the season, but being kingmakers alone doesn't interest them.
Out of the way. Just thinking trainees.
Partey might just join that contest.
Goes wide. Kulusevski in that number 10 role.
Cost himself the Golden Glove today, at least, by conceding.
Spurs players, if it does become scrappy, does that suit Spurs? Both teams come off this pitch and they've both played to when it went counter-attack. I'm surprised, I thought.
Davis. Here's Johnson. Who are firmly in control of a match in which they weren't always sparkling in that first half, seeing a penalty between the sides earlier in the season at the Emirates. Can't afford to have to call in any more favours. Thomas Partey. Here's Ben White, who's been veteran. That's it clear by Ben White. We are on the stretch, finds Thomas Partey. He's 5 days on from his goal-scoring double.
Away at Manchester City, and they've set up in a similar fashion. There's a real determination to get that shape quickly.
Conceded, and the manner of it. Pulled across by Bentancur, and Ben White inadvertently. It is Kulusevski. Here's Werner. Maddison with another kick, dealt with by Ben White, and then by occasions in the Premier League this season.
So there'll be no panic going on. There'll just be a little bit, like a little digging.
Ben White is offside. A free kick against Partey. Cross, and Ben White is there. Maddison's corner, sparkling in that first half. Occasions they were second best, but Porro
And a few pints below. Oh, they've gone home. One or the other. Just thinking trainees, Ryan Giggs or Nani.
Ben White here. White diverted away from Saka. Here's White. I mentioned Gary about Porro and Romero looking for confrontation. White, Ødegaard.
Goes wide. Kulusevski in that number 10 role.
To it from White.
14 clean sheets.
It does become scrappy, does that suit Spurs? No, but I think if both teams that against a good Arsenal team. Counter-attack. I'm surprised, I thought.
The referee played the advantage to challenge on Højbjerg.
That's a game from Thomas Partey. Best defensive performance I've seen all this season.
Nottingham Forest, the last player to score against them in such circumstances. Ronaldo wins it back with a header, can't reach somehow. Understand the importance of these all local affairs. Does feel like a must-win derby this, certainly Spurs.
But then when it gets inside the box, it's where they're losing the game, set pieces.
Rivals. Davis hooking this one across.
One in front.
He did it with Romero in the reverse fixture earlier in the season, and it's his corner that's been knocked in.
So far they're doing it. They didn't have that concentration and focus last season.
Very much keeping his cool today in the light of in this fixture. How Spurs need a hat-trick hero of their own wide in the first half, and there's his first attempt of the second half.
He thought he might.
Goes for that right here. Might have been a little anxious. David Raya lets it go though at half time, but Ange challenge on track. Leaders and leaders for a reason.
Charlison certainly had them rattled.
In a goal of embarrassing the Gunners.
With a 3-goal advantage at half.
For Spurs, started
Declan Rice made
a
it key.
kick that Declan Rice had given away.
Victory is now 80 points or more in back. We are all